I just did my hair and I have like dry shampoo, so like I'm trying to put the powder out and whatever. What's going on, everybody? My name is Angeli. A lot of people know me as Angie, whatever. You can call me whatever you guys want. So I hope everybody's doing awesome. I know right now we're going through a lot of issues, and well, all around the world, worldwide period, and it's a very difficult time, and I hope everyone's safe out there, and I hope everyone's doing well. And yeah, so I wanted to upload this first video where I'm here explaining why I went MIA before I start going forward with my YouTube channel. I want to start vlogging. I want to start documenting what goes through my life, story time, because I used to do story time a lot in Snapchat, and a lot of people used to like that. And then I also want to start with my makeup journey again, because I know a lot of people are wondering why I went MIA for a long time. I just needed some time off from social media, just focus more on myself. And yeah, and I know a lot of people don't really speak on this, and I want to sit here and actually talk about it, because I noticed that a lot of women go through this and never really speak on it, but go through a lot of trauma. So before we get started with that, excuse me if Metro North passes by. It makes a lot of noise. I will be pausing when Metro North passes by. And yeah, I just wanted to do this out here because the view is beautiful. I love being outside. The weather's nice, and I can come here and just sit down and put all my thoughts together. And yeah, so I wanted to vlog this video right outside. So I won't make this video too long, because some people really can't sit here and like look through a 30-minute video. So let's get started. Okay, so about 2 years ago, I got pregnant, and you can see right there, look. Unfortunately, I had it's still very hard to talk about, but here I am, and I have to explain what I wanted to explain here and share my story with you guys. I will be uploading this. I wanted to upload this in May for mental health awareness, because I know a lot of people struggle through this, and I know it affected me so mentally. So it's like I wanted to share this because a lot of women go through this and don't really talk about it. All right, anyways, let me stop rambling and just go straight to the story. So about 2 years ago, I got pregnant. I obviously had a miscarriage, and it was really tough, because when you have a best friend and a partner, and you create something so beautiful and a great blessing, it's like God's greatest gift. So to me, that was like God's greatest gift, because I've always suffered from depression, and I always looked for some type of happiness, and I will get into depression probably like whenever I'm doing like a makeup video, and I'll get into like story time or whatever. But yeah, so when you have a relationship with somebody like your best friend, like everybody knows who that is, obviously, and well, my friends, let's put it this way, my friends know who it is, and he's my best friend, someone I can trust, and we created something that is a blessing. So when you have that with somebody, of course, even if you're scared and you're not ready to be a mom, because nobody's ever really ready to be a mom, you know. And when you have something like that and you want to take care of it, it makes you happy even if you're scared. And of course I was scared when I first found out that I was pregnant, but I mean, what can we do? It happened. We were not planning it, so it was like a big thing. So to me, that was like my happiness, you know. At that time I was like, okay, wow, like I was in a really bad place at that time, really low place, and then out of nowhere that happened, and I was super happy. My life turned like completely around, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm pregnant now, I have a reason to be happy, and I have my best friend right next to me, and yada yada yada. I did want to document that pregnancy, surprising, because I did find out I was pregnant, if I'm not mistaken, in May. So I wanted to surprise him for Father's Day, which I did, but I couldn't document it. I did document my first pregnancy test, which I will be uploading as well with the clips. I will be attaching it, and surprising certain people, and I will be adding this to this video as well because it's such a beautiful experience. I see those videos and then now I'm like, oh, okay, you know, before it used to make me cry, and now I'm able to watch them after 2 years. Yeah, sometimes I do get in my bag, but I'm better. So I just took the testing and it came out positive. So this would be my second testing, and yeah, it's official. I am pregnant. Just open it. I'm scared. What are you scared for? I don't know. Can I lose something? Yeah. Hey, what is this? Really? Yes. Really? Yeah. I knew it. I told you. Oh my god, really? Yeah. So now this is why I'm able to talk about it, and I wanted to come out here and like really explain why I went MI, because I know a lot of people probably think that like, oh, and she slacked off, she's lazy, this and that, because I know a lot of people probably like, how did this girl went from doing makeup looks, Halloween looks, to like going MIA? But yeah, so where was I going? Why I hate getting carried away with conversations. But yeah, so I was documenting this pregnancy, and I was able to get certain clips or whatever, and you know, I wasn't able to get me surprising Noel. It would have been beautiful, but it was just, I'm actually thankful I did not document that, because at that moment when I surprised him as a Father's Day gift, to me it was the most personal moment for us, and you know, yeah, and he was very supportive from the moment he found out. He was there for me, he spoiled me to death, he was an amazing partner to me, and he supported my decisions. Even though we were both scared, it just to me it just felt right, you know. And I was so happy. I was trying to eat the most healthiest way. My cravings were crazy, to be honest. It was so crazy because I used to crave like everything in the whole world. And he used to spoil me with everything I wanted, and I'm very thankful about that, because he was just there for me as a partner, and every woman wants that. And when I realized that he would do anything, almost anything, to keep me safe and with food on my plate or whatever, I was like, wow, like he's gonna be an amazing father, hands down. I still have dry shampoo on my hair, whatever. Anyways, so yeah, I thought that he was an amazing person, and he was just so supportive, and I have to thank him till this day for just being such an amazing person while I was going through my pregnancy. I know moms, when you're pregnant, I know moms understand their body, and like when I was pregnant, like I knew I don't know, like it's like you just know when you're pregnant and you're going through this hormonal, I don't know, it's like you feel everything. So I don't know, I know a lot of women understand this who have been through a pregnancy or anything. You guys understand what I'm trying to say. You just know you're pregnant. So one day, me and Noelle actually go to the movies. Matter of fact, before I jump into that, the day before that day we went to the movies, I was kind of feeling weird because my cravings were like crazy. I would always crave spicy food so much. I always had like a big appetite. So I remember the night before, I wasn't really feeling my appetite for some reason, so I was like, okay, this is weird. Let's see how the next morning I feel. Next morning comes, I'm feeling very down. My hormones, I don't know, they just felt weird. And I know a lot of moms can relate, but I felt weird. And I was like, what the heck is wrong with me? Like, why am I feeling like this? So then, yeah, okay, I went to work, met up with him right after work, and I go home, and well, to him, I go to his house, and we're just there sitting down, and I start crying hysterically, and I'm like, I feel like there's something wrong. I don't feel my hormones, I don't feel pregnant, this is weird. And he's like, no, you're just bugging, you're overthinking it, everything's gonna be fine. And I was just like, okay, let me calm down, maybe I am overthinking. I just felt a little weird, you know. So we go to the movies, we watch the movie ends, I'm like, okay, I need to go to the bathroom. And he's like, okay, cool. I go to the bathroom, and the first thing I do when I wake is I see TMI spotting. So the moment I saw that I was spotting, I hit him up and I'm just like, listen, I'm spotting and this and that. And he immediately called the doctors. I gave him the number to the doctors, and he called as an emergency, and they were like, listen, we don't know, but you should take it to the ER. So as soon as that happened, we took a cab, because at that time he had his bike, so I'm obviously not gonna jump in a bike and then go to the hospital, you know. So immediately we go to the hospital, and we go to Lincoln Hospital, which is probably the worst hospital in the Bronx. If you live in the Bronx, please do not, I'm not trying to bash that hospital, but that hospital made it so difficult for me. My experience there was horrible, and I don't even want to go there. But anyways, we get there, we sign in, and we're waiting there for like 5 to 6 hours in the ER. We didn't even, the only thing that they did was take my pressure, and we waited 6 hours, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna say 8 hours, because we were just there for a long time. So then I ended up getting frustrated. I was tired, and I was just like, listen, I want to go home. If worst things first, I'll keep an eye on it, and then I'll go to the doctors. We ended up going home. I wasn't bleeding, and then the following day I started bleeding again. So that's when I was like, you know what, I need to go to the doctors and check this out, because now I'm scared. I ended up going to the doctors, because I had an appointment actually. So I ended up going to the doctor's appointment, and I told them what was going on, and they were like, okay, so let's give you a pregnancy test and see if your hormones are still there, you know. So they give me a pregnancy test, and it comes out positive. So I'm like, no, I feel like there's something wrong, like you guys need to check me. So they were like, all right, fine, we're gonna get your gynecologist, and he's gonna check you, whatever. And I was like, all right, cool. So my gynecologist ends up checking me, and then he gives me the news that no woman wants to ever hear. In the professional terms, it's called a threatened abortion, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is threatened abortion. But he's like, this is just the beginning of a miscarriage. I need you to go to the ER because you need to either do it surgically, or you can take a pill, or you can, do it, whatever. You guys know what I mean. So then I was just like, all right, cool. I ended up leaving the clinic. And I remember, like, it was just yesterday. The nurse is like, good luck. Hearing those words, like, made me feel even worse, because it's like, bro, what can you tell a woman going through a miscarriage to make her feel better, And it did not come from me at all when she said that. I was just like, okay, cool. I ended up going to Noel and just like broke down in tears. And I remember him just holding me, and he's like, all right, everything's gonna be fine, everything's gonna be fine. And I'm like, no, it's not, no, it's not, no, it's not. I went from a really bad place to some type of happiness. I was actually really happy, to pure sadness. My hair is like all over the place. But anyways, so pure sadness. It was probably the worst news that I ever received, period, as a woman. Because at that time you're like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with my body? Did I do something wrong? And I felt that guilt. I felt like I did something wrong, And he was like, no, you did everything right. You ate, you did this, you did that. He was so supportive. He was there for me. And he just, even if everything was not okay with me, he was just there. Like, sorry, my mom just closed the door. I don't know why. And she's cold. But yeah, he ended up I lost focus again. He ended up calming me down. He ended up making me feel better. He ended up, even when things were not okay and didn't feel okay, he made me feel like everything was going to be fine, I went through the miscarriage procedure, which is probably the most traumatic and painful feeling ever. And if any of you guys ever went through it, miscarriage is painful, emotionally, physically, and mentally. And what's crazy and what bugs me is that at that moment when I was going through it, I wanted to be alone. That's how I handled my things, I wanted to be alone. I wanted to cry it out. I had friends be mad at me for not telling them what I was going through. I had friends telling me that I was selfish for not being there for them while I was going through something really bad. I had to cut them all off. I had a friend text me that day too, talking about, oh, because you're mad at me for such and such. And I was like, listen, I am not mad at you. Right now I'm going through this and this and that. I do not have time for your bullshit right now. And I'm sorry for cursing, but that's exactly what I said. And it's like, with that experience, it made me realize that people are selfish, and if you need to cut off people, do it for your mental health, for your, just, do it for yourself, just remove all toxicness, because that's the first thing I did. The moment that I found out that I miscarried and I was going through it, and people were being so selfish where they were upset at me for not telling them what I went through, I was like, you know what, that's it. I cut those people out. Until this day, I think that was the best decision I ever made. And I don't care what they told anybody. Oh, because Angie wasn't there for me, because Angie turned her back, and this and that. No. At that moment, it had to be about Angie. Angie came first for the first time, and I was like, listen, I don't have time for nobody. care of people, and people cannot sit there and say Ange was never there, because that's the first thing I did. I took care of everyone but myself, and at that moment I needed to take care of myself for the first time, because I thought of so many things, of self-harm. I thought I was never going to be the same. It was just a moment where I was in a really bad place after that. And if it weren't for Noel's support, I probably would not make it. And he helped me out through the whole process. And I know that he was also going through it. He was the stronger person for the both of us, you know. And I'm very thankful, and to this day I will always thank him for being the strongest person ever, because he is a soldier. My point is, a lot of women don't talk about this. A lot of women don't speak on this because they're ashamed. They're ashamed of their bodies. They're ashamed of what happened to them. They're traumatized, and it's like, it's okay. It's okay to go through this. I mean, no, it's not, because it obviously hurts us at that point, but it's okay to talk about it whenever you're ready. Me, I wasn't ready to talk about it. I wasn't ready to go back into makeup. I wasn't ready to follow my dreams and goals or anything like that. I wanted time for myself. I was going through depression for many years, and then that was like the cherry on top for me. And I was just like, you know what? Let me have some time to heal, to get to know myself. What do I want in life? And it doesn't matter how long it takes you to discover yourself. Just take care of yourself. Be there for yourself, self-love, everything, because that's what I had to do. And it took me 2 years to finally be like, okay, I'm ready, let's get this thing going. I went MIA, I took my time, and here I am. I'm back on my shit. And my advice to every woman is, nothing's wrong with you. You're okay. And God does things for a reason. Never question God's motives. I feel like God did this to me to make me who I am today. I feel stronger. I feel better. And even if I lost a big loss for me, because that was to me my biggest blessing, and I really thought that was going to bring me happiness, but here I am, and I'm ready to just start creating, start vlogging, start sharing my experiences. And my advice to every woman is just don't give up. Do not give up, because we are the strongest species ever. That doesn't sound right, but you know what I mean. Humans, we're strong, we're capable of so much. I'm not gonna lie, like, to me, it took me so long to recover from this, but now, like, mentally, I feel like I'm in a better place. And don't let nobody tell you, oh, you can try again, oh, get over it, and this and that. Like, it just pisses me off, because a lot of people say things that is like, oh, you can have another kid, you can try again, you can do this, you can do that. No, at that moment, that was my priority. I wanted to protect that, just like everybody else want to protect their child. That's the same way I felt. I wanted to protect my unborn baby. I wanted to be just protected, period. And like, don't let anybody tell you get over it, because I got that as well. Oh, because I went through it too, and you know, everything's gonna be fine. No, everybody heals differently, everybody takes it differently. Me, it was more of, I was traumatized mentally, emotionally, and physically. Having to watch that happen to me with so much pain really scarred me. So for me to get over that, oh my god, it took a while. So don't ever let anybody tell you, oh, get over it, do this, move on, you need to get your shit together, and like, focus and stuff like that, because they used to tell me like, oh, just do makeup and you'll get over it, you forget about it, or do this and do that and no. I had to sit there, work, go home, think about my thoughts in my mind, and then that's when I started discovering more and more about myself. I learned to self-love. When I went through my pregnancy, I did gain a lot of weight. Well, I don't want to say I gained a lot of weight, but I did gain weight, and I felt so horrible. I was so self-conscious about my body. So then after that, after I learned to self-love, I was like, you know what, Ange, let's go vegan, go take care of your body. That's exactly what I did. I went vegan, I started taking care of myself, I started feeling better about myself, and here I am. Which I will be vlogging my vegan videos too, because I know a lot of people are curious about my vegan diet. I will be documenting that too. So yeah, now back to my makeup. Vegan. I'm trying to start vlogging as much as I can. And yeah, I just want to sit here and say I'm so proud of myself, because if you really know my story, you're gonna be like, wow, like you really went through some crazy shit. And I'm sorry for cursing, but it's the truth. And I will be doing that on probably the next videos on half of the things that I went through, and depression, and me fighting depression for so many years. Because I just wanted to like do this first video where I explained why I went MIA, why I stopped doing my makeup videos. And I know a lot of people are expecting me to continue on my YouTube channel, and I completely stopped. But here I am. I'm back to my YouTube channel, Instagram, TikTok, everything. I promise you guys, I'm not gonna fail you guys. I'm gonna continue to do my YouTube tutorials with cut creases, because I know a lot of people have been asking me, how do you do these cut creases and blah 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 blah. Why don't you start vlogging, because you're funny, you're always doing this, you're always doing that. I got you guys, I promise. I know we're in a very terrible year where 2020 is a complete disaster, and we're going through this quarantine, this coronavirus. But this coronavirus actually made me reflect on, Ange, life's too short. Get your shit together and do you, sis. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So hopefully a lot of women can relate to this. With more videos, I will talk about miscarriages, and hopefully a lot of women can relate to this, because it's hard, and it's a topic a lot of people don't talk about, because it hurt me emotionally and mentally, and I couldn't talk about it. But then I was like, you know what, if I share my story, maybe a lot of women can relate to this. And I want to tell you guys that you're gonna be fine. God does do things for a reason. It's okay to feel grief. It's okay to feel like you haven't healed. Just make sure when you're in your in your darkest moments, pray to God. Think about the people that love you, who have been supportive. I have to thank my best friend, Noelle, and just family, because they were there for me throughout the whole thing. And if it weren't for them, I promise you, I don't know if I would have been here. And it's TMI, but it's true. And yeah, if you ever want to sit there and talk to me, message me about what you're going through as a woman, your miscarriages, fertility, anything, you're more than welcome to message me. My messages, my DMs, my ears, everything is all yours. And yeah, so please make sure to subscribe, because I will be doing makeup videos. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, everything. Okay, so hopefully nobody has ever given up on my makeup journey, because I am here to stay. I am here to stay, and I'm just so excited about this whole situation, like just getting back on my shit. And you know what, this, okay, so we're just getting out of quarantine, and I wanted to like share like a couple of videos of my friends, because the only reason why I didn't document this video yesterday because I wanted to upload it before the end of May, but the thing is I had went out with my friend and I just needed distractions because I felt so overwhelmed, so depressed being home, and I've been stuck at home for like 3 months, so I needed some distractions. I went out with my friend to her house or whatever, and I do have a couple of clips that I wanted to share with the world because she is so freaking hilarious. It's not even funny.
Let me get 2 20 pieces.
What?
Let me get 2 or 2 20 pieces.
You want 2 20 pieces?
Sí.
Con papa
Barbecue
frita.
sauce?
Yes, and ranch.
Okay.
Y 2 papas fritas.
And let me
Grandes.
get 2 large french fries.
Okay.
Okay, so, okay, tan latino.
Delfina, que tú vas a
That's
querer.
it. You
That's
can
it.
fries. ¿Para qué french fries?
No, ya pedimos french for all of us.
Es una grande, una grande. Espérate. ¿Tú quieres french fries también? So let me get 3 french fries, large french fries.
Pero ¿por qué? Si ellos pidieron french fries
I
for
want one, you want one.
All right,
They want
fine,
one.
fine.
That's it.
That's it?
Diablo, $25? Yeah, that's it.
Next one, dude.
Really? Yeah. Hey, mira,
Amiguito.
muchacho.
Amiguito.
Ay, ¿cómo que se dice eso? Este niño. Este niño.
Claro que lo habla español.
Delfina.
Este niño. Dile, este niño.
Mira, mi amor.
Este niño. No, dile este niño. Ay, amigo. Ay, amigo.
Where are you from? Where are you from? ¿Dónde eres? ¿De dónde eres? De Santiago. Yo sabía.
Oye, santiaguero. Ya.
So let's just do this as an introduction of me vlogging. So like I said a few minutes ago, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, whatever, Snapchat, everything's the same, Angelique X. And yeah, so hopefully everybody made it to the end of this video, and yeah, hopefully everybody enjoyed the view.